Hey everyone, it's been a while. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, it's been about a year since we last did any videos for this channel. Now you're probably wondering where I've been, unless you've been following my Twitter. You know very well where I've been. But if not, and you're just a YouTube only person, you're like, where the hell have I? Where the hell have you been? You know, like just screaming at me into the void. Let me get into that today, and I'm also going to talk about something that's coming to this channel in the future. So yeah, I'm just kind of gonna wing this update video of sorts and just see how it goes. If you're wondering where I am right now, well, first of all, you can clearly see we're in the blocky world of Minecraft, which is going to be a major talking point of this video. I'm also building a house. I'm in the early stages of it, so this is what I'm trying to figure out. This is un-update related, but I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to build a home and build it specifically with white walls here, or at least like a beige, I should say, walls. So I'm using these terracotta blocks right now because I think they work out best. But I also want to have a similar block for the ceiling, but I also know I want to change the texture. And right here I'm using these stripped birch blocks, and I'm wondering if like I should use these terracotta blocks for the ceiling and then these for the walls, vice versa. Should I just scrap this all together and then just use the terracotta for everything? I don't know. Like these are all questions that I'm going to try to figure out for myself. I do think, however, if I check my inventory, oh no, I still have some terracotta left, and that should fill out over here. At least hopefully. Let's see. Yeah, that's enough. This is gonna be a different room altogether. And there's my second floor up there. Okay. But anyways, I'm gonna head back to my actual house. I'm in my peaceful survival world, so when you go into Nether, it's not gonna be as hectic. In fact, I think it should be empty now. In the past, in these snapshot things, which of course, as you can tell by the house, we're in the snapshot. If you, of course, you follow Minecraft. There used to be mobs that spawn during the in peaceful mode. The piglins and hoglins, even though they're more hostile creatures, they did spawn in peaceful mode, but just didn't really attack you. I wonder, I guess they just decided that they are aggressive creatures, so why would they be in peaceful? No, I get that. I get that completely. Oh, and I found this biome while just kind of searching and looking around and stuff. I love me a mushroom biome. So, what do I want to talk about? There's just so much, man. I mean, this has been quite the fucking year. To say the least. It has, my life has greatly been changed in the last year. Since I last talked to you guys. A lot of things happening. Both good and bad, I would say. I'm usually like a bad news first type guy. Like I prefer bad news because I like being uplifted by good news. But since the bad news doesn't really affect you guys, it's just kind of like what I have to deal with personally. I'm gonna just not get into the bad news right away. I think we gotta start with some good stuff. What's the good stuff that's happened last year? And I think we should start with TCP, which I'm going to talk about TCP in a second. I do also want to acknowledge the obvious change. If you could look at the channel itself and everything, that my name's different. At least the username's different. My name's still Chris, of course, which I didn't really give a proper introduction. Hi, my name's Chris. How you guys doing? Yeah, I decided to go. I think I talked about this in an update video last year, but I've kind of grown sick of the Maniac Mantra thing. It's been such a staple of like my username conventions. Like I very frequently used that name in some capacity, whether it was like Wii Maniac, or I think my first account was DS Maniac, and Manic Maniac. You know, it's all that, and you know what it is. Maniac as a term is not. It's not like a terrible term, and so I don't want to really suggest that it's like a. It's like the worst word in the world, which I'm sure would be such an overreaction. But it just, to me, it's like, I don't know. I think it's, as someone who's kind of grown very aware of things in life, and aware of like people who deal with mental illness and people who deal with various issues of the mind, and I think that the term maniac just doesn't. I feel like it's an insult to people who deal with mental illness, and it's also I think there's some use of it being like a medical term as well. Like I don't know. It's there's just something about the word now that to me does not fit me, does not fit my persona. I've always been the maniac. I mean, I'm crazy, but I'm not like. But I don't want to like. I feel uneasy using that word generally. So I think that not that, again. Not that I would not use it in a sentence. I'm just saying I prefer not to have it be my name anymore. So, in came Fluffy Cloud Entertainment, or Fluffy Cloud Gamer, or I'm kind of, it's all kind of a transitional phase, even though it's been my name for about a year. I haven't really like done anything under the name outside of like tweeting or like hosting stuff, but for the most part I just go by Chris, and my handle just happens to be Fluffy Cloud Gamer. So there's not really much there's not really like anything major that has been locked in for the username, but it's just kind of what I'm rolling with right now. I like clouds. That's just the simple. I love clouds. Those big what are they called? I should, if being called a Fluffy Cloud Gamer, I should know my cloud knowledge, but there's a big word, Carumbolus. I don't fucking know. the big fluffy clouds. Those are the ones I absolutely love. I love that when they just cover the sky, but there's also enough sky left where it's just a beautiful blue and white, beautiful painting. It just I just love them, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna roll with it, and that will be my identity for the time being, until I maybe think of something that's a little bit more my style. I don't know. So here's our portal. We've been traveling for a little while. So that's the name aspect of it. Let's talk about TCP. And what TCP is, if you have not been following around, is our Team Chaos. It's our production company called Team Chaos Productions, and it's been mostly producing podcasts. And I say production company loosely. It's not like we're a registered with like the fucking government or anything like that. It's us. It's a group of my friends that just. We all have a passion for creating content, and podcasts have been something that we're really interested in. I mean, look, it's a millennial thing. All millennials just like making podcasts, and we figured we'd join along. But we had a lot of ideas for podcasts. I was thinking of going somewhere in this world. I'm trying to remember. I think I should go get some terracotta. I have to go back to the Nether. I want to get more of this dish stuff right here, and also start thinking about what I want the kitchen walls to look like as well. I have to look at getting green terracotta potentially. Anyways, sorry. This is like I want to play the game and do things while I talk about what's happening. So we created basically around the same time, or at least over like a 2 or 3 month period, we created 3 podcasts that pretty much have been going strong. Virtual Ball Boys has been our strongest one, at least consistently, has been going out the most as of late. And that's Virtual Ball Boys is our football podcast. It's basically the spiritual successor to MMG podcast, which was basically our podcast before all this started. But that we ended knowing that we were going to be doing this major project of sorts. So VBB, Virtual Ball Boys, is basically a football podcast between me and my friend Matt, or Go Cubs. You guys know Go Cubs from his various appearances and basically mainstay as a MMG podcast host. And so he and I, we love football and we love talking about it, but I knew that I really wanted to make a change for the podcast that's for the better, because it was generally just two guys talking about football all the time. I really wanted to add our own spin to it, and what other spin can we really go down other than the fact that we're both gigantic nerds, and we wanted to add like a little gaming element to it. And also, I mean, not every episode's about gaming. We do have like just more general fun segments that don't revolve around gaming, but are just things that we enjoy doing. So I don't know. Like he and I have been really enjoying it. As of late, we've been building a football league that would have video game characters on them. We just made our 8th team just a few days ago, and we are we're underway on getting like a draft together. So like we're gonna have a bunch of GMs, quote unquote, step in to represent each team, and then take video game characters and build football teams with video game characters on them. And then from there we're gonna see how it goes, because like we do all this, and then like what else are we gonna do, because we can't really have these guys like play out. We can't create like a video game based off of this, because we're gonna need to there's a lot of copyright infringement that we're gonna have to deal with. So I think that we have an idea for like I think we've talked about the most is maybe like a tabletop thing, that we like have these 8 teams get pit against each other in a bunch of football games, but like tabletop RPG style. So that's really fun. Speaking of tabletop RPGs, there's another podcast that we've been going that's been doing really well with us that has been going since I think October now, and that is Table Party, which is hosted by my friend Matt Walsh. So we have 2 Matts. Yeah, it gets confusing. We mostly call Matt Walsh just Walsh, and Go Cubs Matt, because Go Cubs is more that the name Go Cubs is kind of, I don't want to say retired. He hasn't necessarily retired it, but he I think that it just works better for him so that we have him, we call him Matt, because Go Cubs is more of like more of a private account now, and he's more in the music front, so he's under a van of music. So yeah, that's what's going on in the Go Cubs life. I'm sure he could certainly delve into it more at some point, if anyone wants to ask him. But yeah, like so Matt Walsh hosts this podcast. It's a tabletop RPG podcast inspired heavily by the great people at the Adventure Zone and the great people Critical Role, and this first season is a Monster of the Week session that's been going strong, that we've been enjoying greatly. Is there no green terracotta in this environment? Would I have to make the terracotta? I guess so, right? Because that's the only thing that would make sense right now. That's fine. We'll figure it out. I always get I apologize. I always get so like nasally whenever I start recording like this. I don't know if maybe my room's just stuffy. So yeah, that's it's been a lot of fun. I've played a character called Cliff, who is like a golf caddy, inspired heavily by both Mel from Hot Shot Golf 3 and 4, which I'll talk about in a second. The Hot Shot Golf, I forgot about that. We'll add that to the agenda amongst the many things that we'll be talking about today. Let me in the meantime grab some of these lighter blocks. So yeah, you have it's inspired by Mel and inspired by a Big Brother contestant from last season, who I believe had the same namesake of Cliff. But yeah, just all around, like, it's the whole experience has been just so much fun. We've been playing. It's myself, Matt Go Cubs. Matt Go Cubs is Matt/Go Cubs. I'm gonna call him Matt from here on out, and I'm gonna call him Matt Walsh, and you guys just know who I'm talking about. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. So it's Walsh is the one that is being the DM, or I think it's called GM. I think in the Monster of the Week, I'm not too sure. And it's him hosting, and then me, Matt, our friend Gabe, who's been very active in our podcasts as well, and then my sister Kelsey. And we've had so much fun, like like a whole bunch of fun, with all the just the nutty hijinks that we've gotten into already. Has just been it's been wonderful. I highly suggest, like, if you're interested in tabletop RPGs and just listening to people's sessions. I know that there's some who have perfected it well, aka the podcast we just named that were inspired heavily by. But I don't know. I think that even if you like haven't listened to any of our stuff before and but like love like listening to tabletop RPGs and storytelling and stuff, I really recommend it. Walsh has been he's been like our main DM guy for a long time, or at least since we've really gotten into tabletop RPGs. He's just such a good storyteller, and if you give him a chance, guys, like, please do. He's so good at it, as he is with a lot of things, but like he's definitely really good at being a storyteller for us and guiding us through his adventures. So please, I really recommend Table Party. And then there's Stock of Shame, which, if you know that term, you know that it's from the great 2007, 2008, I think that's the years, cartoon Total Drama Island. And we're doing a retrospective of the Total Drama Island Total Drama franchise as a whole, and we're of course starting with Total Drama Island. So we've been going episode by episode. That's been so much fun. I think I've said it to Matt before, because Matt's the one that hosts it. I said to him, like, it's my favorite podcast to record, just for the sole fact that it's so conversational, it's so laid back for the most part. It's just a lot of fun to make fun of a show, and I shouldn't say that. I love Total Drama Island. I really do. But there's also some decision choices that I just love to rip into as well. So it's just fun to do that. But it's also fun just to talk about it. When you just have something that you can just like straight up reference and talk about for a podcast, and it could be really chill and just relaxing and fun. Like, it's a really great. So if you enjoyed that cartoon, or you're interested in getting into it, please watch with us. I highly recommend it. It's a piece of cartoon history, in my opinion, especially Canadian cartoon history, because I think a lot of people love the Total Drama franchise, so much so that they've continued to try to make spin-offs of it. And let's just say the current iteration is a frequent topic on the podcast, and really unfortunate for that matter. So yeah, that's the 3 podcasts that we go on right now, but we have others in the works, including one that I'm hosting that's gonna come up soon. It's gonna be a gaming centric podcast, but I'll let you guys know when that's coming to the surface. A lot of things have been happening as of late that have kept us on hold for a lot of continuation for some of these podcasts. Like I said, Virtual Ball Boys is the only one right now that's been we've been consistent with, but that's just because we've been doing them every 2 weeks or so, and it also only includes 2 people. The other podcasts includes 4 people or more, and it's harder to get people together for, and also people just get busy, and it's just hard to get podcast going. So I know the other 2 podcasts right now have not really uploaded in recent weeks, but for good reason, and nothing against anyone that's hosting them or trying to edit them. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot harder than Virtual Ball Boys, I'll say that. So that's why it takes longer to get going. So just forgive us if you catch up on those podcasts and there's no more episodes to listen to for the time being. Everything, it's been just, as you can imagine, with the world being the way it is, it's just been all really hectic. So, but we'll get it to you. We're very passionate about all these podcasts. We love them dearly. So we're not gonna, hide away from them at any point whatsoever. I mean, we're even trying to work on a scripted, big time like sci-fi podcast, and I am not going to reveal any additional details outside of that. So that's also been like on our minds as well, trying to get that to go down, and so like I'm sitting here kind of like I completely understand that these podcasts are going to be harder to produce as the more that we do them, and also just because life gets in the way sometimes. So just like I said, bear with us, and we will provide as many good content as we can. By the way, I don't know why I named this that. I think I maybe like caught an episode of Chopped, and I was just like, "That's a good name for a sword," and I just named it that for whatever reason. I don't know. Alright, so we mined up a lot of white terracotta. I legit don't know what I'm doing. I logged on to here, wanted to just talk about some shit, and I really did not map out any serious plans for anything. I honestly, I kind of feel like just wandering around and adventuring. I could go caving. I don't know. I mean, it's peaceful mode, so it's not like I'm gonna die or anything unless I die to this lava right here. Which, knowing me, would not be surprised. Do I need gold? Actually, my inventory is kind of full, so I'm going to head back and maybe store some things. I'm very unorganized in my chest, by the way, so please don't judge me. I just... I'm not the best at this game. Which, actually, that brings us to the other thing I wanted to talk about. So, why am I playing Minecraft? Well, it's fucking great right now. I'm enjoying the fact that the Nether has been upgraded. It feels like a whole new environment, whole new fun world. I'm just enjoying it greatly. Okay, so wait a second. I ignored this recently. So there's the piglins, or piglins and hoglins, and they're both still here, even though it's peaceful mode. So I'm guessing that, like, I don't know. Want to see something dangerous? Hold on a second. Hold on. Just give me a second. I've recently discovered the fun of flying with things with the elytra. Okay, I don't wanna. I really the one worry is that these wings will like break as we are flying, because that would not be fun. Ready? I just flew over a lava. Let me see if I can fly all the way back to the portal. I took a lot of damage, but hey, a lot of fun. Alright, anyway. So, there is something that I've also been looking to do at some point that I've been very excited about. Anyone who has watched me for a long time, like even back to like the old channel days of like the Mystery Maniac and all that, know how much I've always dreamed of having a survival server where a bunch of people come on and play, and like having a world grow and be amazing. Well, it's been it's been a long time since I've really been into that idea, but I recently got into Hermitcraft, and I don't know if you guys know what Hermitcraft is. Probably you do. I would think you do if you're a massive Minecraft fan like I am. But it's a multiplayer Minecraft server with a lot of big YouTubers who are kind of have formed a big old community. It's kind of great. You know, for the longest time I was a fan of Minecraft. Let's be honest, Minecraft has kind of died, at least on the Minecraft front. They're still doing great things for charity and stuff, but there's not really a lot of people playing on their servers. Hence why I think recently they announced that like people who pay like $25 a month to their Patreon is gonna have access to the server. Which, whew, good luck with that. Okay, yeah, I'm like getting lost in my topics. I'm like, let me go put stuff in the chest. So it is kind of it's kind of weird jumping into Hermitcraft because I've loved God, I need let me just make another chest. This is ridiculous. Oh, I have oak planks. I have like so much shit, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with any of it, so I'm just gonna make another double chest and just go with it. Okay, just for the time being. Also, these are terrible ideas, by the way. I like them for their colors and stuff, but they do not emit a lot of light at all. So I'm just gonna, I'm just fucking on that, like, fuck right off with that. Just not necessary. All right, I'm gonna get the water and get the boat. I think I might just travel. I might just travel and exist. For the time being. Maybe I could, should I go to the end? Is that a thing that we should do? I don't know. Huh. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Alright. Let's, we could go to the end to get another, elytra or something. The end doesn't grind my computer as much. Because you probably have heard in the background, there's something wrong with my processor, I think. So, I gotta get that fixed. Anyways, so I've been really into Hermitcraft, and it's nice seeing a very active, fun Minecraft community, and I don't know, man. There's just been a big part of me that has been wanting for like a dream of mine has been to have a Minecraft server where people are actively trying to create, actively, you know, just playing the game as much as they can. And I've never been, or I shouldn't say never, I've certainly had my moments, but I don't like holding people's feet to the fire and being like, you must play or anything. But I've been saying to my group of friends, I'm like, hey, I would love to do this, and if you guys are down, let's do this. And a lot of them seem very eager to get started and eager to do something along these lines. So it's not going to be like it's going to be a survival server. I feel like that's the only way to make it more interesting. But you know what? Fuck. You know what? I should bring blocks. I didn't even think about it. I was just like, yeah, let's just go in. You need blocks. You need blocks to build over. It's going to be a survival server, but it's going to be a building-centric one, where we're probably going to do a lot of surviving in the beginning, and trying to collect them as much materials as possible, but eventually I want to get to the point where we are pretty safe in our ways, that we don't have to do too much strip mining, or rather too much caving, and we can rely mostly on strip mining or whatever. You know, I just think that would be a lot more fun to just get as much of the grind of Minecraft out of the way and focus on building. And I have a lot of ideas for myself and what I want to build. I've also have a project in mind that I'm going to team up with some people on. But for the most part, I want a world for all of us to kind of have a literal sandbox for us to just build upon and try our best, see how much we can do in survival mode, you know? So I don't know. I'm really looking forward to something like that. I don't need the boat on me. I'm gonna put that here. Do you have I hate that I have like just stone. I mine so much with the silk touch that that's just what it comes out to. But I'll deal with it. Not that it's much different. It's just I hate the look of regular stone. It's the blandest block. Yeah, I also have a problem with the freaking diorite and all those. I don't even know. I'm a hypocrite. Let's just I'll just throw that out there. So the server, which I tentatively am calling ChaosCraft just to kind of stick with the TCP theme, is hoping to launch soon. So here's the thing. I don't know if anyone follows what's happening with MC Pro Hosting or anything, because that's one of the more reliable server hosting websites out there. Well, unfortunately, right now they are dealing with a lot of shit, man. They're getting hacked left and right, and it seemed to happen a lot near the end of April, early May, and now it's happening again. It's just everything's a mess with them. I feel terribly for them as an organization. I mean, say what you want about if they're handling it right or not, but I've been using them for years to host my servers, and it's just it's a rough time. It's a rough time. I'm hoping at some point that they'll be back to normal. Oh yes, I forgot my dysfunctional staircase is here. Yeah. So I am I'm hoping that we can launch soon. When I'm recording this, I was really hoping to do it tomorrow. I don't think that's going to happen now. I think that we're going to have to wait to see things get fleshed out. I don't want to... When I start this world, I don't want to risk the fact that we might lose the world. And I'm going to try to clear all the backups that are currently in our system, in the MC Pro hosting system, and just start doing frequent backups. God damn it, I forgot fucking Ender Pearl. God damn it. This is the video that there's nothing's gonna get done. No vlogging's gonna get done. Nothing. I'm gonna have to go through the normal way, huh? Yeah. Although, okay, so here's the thing. I haven't done this completely peaceful because you can't enter the end without turning it on easy. So I do turn it on easy or medium hard every once in a while. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Listen, if you judge me, that's fine. Do what you got. Do what you gotta do, alright? Yeah, probably using a flame sword's not gonna be the most productive here, but hey, you know what? Try our best. Oh, come on. There you go. Alright, I got one. Well, I guess I should consider getting two. Oh god. These guys are... okay. Alright, let's try one more. So it really does suck right now because I would love to just get going, but it's gonna be a real long time before I shouldn't say real long time. Could even be next few days, but it's gonna be a while. So I'm gonna try to set things up where I could back up the world as much as possible, save it to my computer as much as possible, and so that way we can always have access to it. Oh, it died right there. Did it drop anything? God fucking damn it. Oh, no, it did. Yay. Okay. Back to peaceful. We will play on easy mode, by the way. We will play with at least mobs on. Listen, me and my friends are, we're just not hardcore Minecrafters that can play on hard and barely sweat. We're very, I've played this game for a long time, and I would just say I would still say I'm like an amateur player in this game. I won't speak for everyone else. But, I mean, I think it's just for the better that we all just kind of, in order to just play right, that we don't go too, that we don't go too on leaning on the hard difficulty, So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Whenever we get it going, hopefully it's in the near future. But it's going to be exciting, thoroughly. So yeah. There's something else I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah. So there's that, and that leads us to I guess what's gonna happen with this channel, because I have the idea of creating episodes for this channel that specifically include just me, and others, if other people are part of it, like in terms of collaborations or anything, that would go up on the Team Chaos Production YouTube channel. So that's why I'm coming back here for a little bit, just to be like, hey, how's it going? Because there's going to be videos on here. Now, I have gotten messages, not frequently. I mean, if I was more popular, maybe. But I got some messages recently that were like, hey, are you going to continue Hot Shot Golf? Are you going to continue, whatever insert series here? The simple answer here is no. And I have just gotten sick of playing Hot Shot Golf. And it's just not fun going for something that you just don't feel passion for anymore. And I think it's for the better. I know that's so shitty to say that, like, I really put my heart into this challenge. It was literally the only thing that was happening on my channel, I think, after a while, and I just give up on it. But it got to the point that it was so frustrating, and I had to play things over and over and over again, and I just had no need for it. I had absolutely zero need for anything revolving around it. So, but no, I other than that though, I am. Okay, here we go. I wanted to get these guys. I really learned a lot about the end through this experience. And I learned that these guys drop shulker shells that can be turned into backpacks. I had no idea about that. I also had no idea that there's an ender dragon head at the end of those fucking boats, so I'm gonna go grab that as well. But in general, like, everything that I did when I was back with the Manic Maniac Gaming stuff, I would just say that all of that's just they're dead. They're dead serious. So if you're subscribed for that, I'm sorry. You have my permission to unsubscribe. You can unsubscribe for whatever reason. You don't need my permission. I'm sure there's a lot of YouTubers with like very few subscribers that take umbrage with the fact that like people unsubscribe, and they're like, hey, why did you do that? I don't really care. And you shouldn't really, the people who want to stick around will stick around. So, oh fuck, I am a mess right now. Forgive me. I'm trying to sort myself out here. Man, these guys, they're hard to. Oh god, I'm just throwing my sword at it. Giving up. But yeah, okay, here's a shulker box. Sweet. Can I do I just do that or that or that? Or like how do we I don't know how we put those together. I'll learn, I guess. So in the meantime, I said this on Twitter like a few months ago, when all these snapshots started coming out and me getting really excited about the game again. I I would love to make this a Minecraft only channel, and for just the time being. I mean, if maybe there's a game that shows up that I will play another game. It's all of it's like none of it's in stone. Dude, I'm not making any money off of this shit, man. Like I'm gonna make this channel the way I want to make it, and like how I'm gonna make this update like 2 hours long. Like it's just I am who I am, and I'm not gonna sit here and oh shit, I'm trying to find where. Well, there's a lot of shulkers in here. I could grab them, but I also see shulkers over there, so I'm gonna just carefully, basically say fuck it, and just drop down. So okay. I keep on losing my train of thought. So I'm just gonna make this YouTube channel the way I want to, and if you are here for the ride and want to watch, then yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. And I think we could have a lot of fun. I think that the ChaosCraft episodes, again, very tentative title, but I think what's happening with in the Chaos Craft realm is it's gonna be a main aspect of this channel, and I'll probably use it to talk about lots of life things and stuff. Here's our Ender Dragon head. Oh, dicks. Okay, hold on a second. There's no holes here, right? Okay. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Alright, let's just go. Nice. Got it. You can't even like. Oh, I guess you can't. No, it's like her nostrils just cover her eyes. It's just no. No, you can't see it well from that angle, but from this angle, from another person's angle rather, probably looks epic. Epic, man. I'm like stuck. I'm like still when Minecraft was hot, like back in like 2013, 2014 era with that lingo. So yeah, that really covers a lot of the update. We also recorded something involving a Minecraft game mode I created. Post production still happening on that. I'm waiting for another video to come in because we had a few different perspectives. I think I'll upload my full perspective on it on this channel, and then upload the collaboration of it on the TCP channel. It was a lot of fun. It was a game mode that I made up, but probably some variation of it has been done before. It was a good time, and we might do another one very soon. But again, we'll see. There's so much happening, and I did mention I was gonna get into some bad news. If that's even like, should I even get into that? But to put it as mildly as possible, my life has been something the last 2 months, and I think I'm okay with talking a little bit about it. I've been kind of refraining talking about any of the podcast stuff because I just didn't really want to stray from the topic at hand. But hell, you know what? We're rambling about everything here, so might as well let's just go, right? So my sister was one of the first cases with coronavirus back in early March, and that led a lot of us to quarantine. She's fine now. My mom also had it, or at least we think she had it. She was never formally diagnosed, but she's been around my sister enough where while she was sick that she probably did have it. And she's fine too. Everyone's fine, which is good. And let's hope it stays that way. So all of us had been quarantined during like the first few weeks of that happening, and through basically my mom's illness, and deep into April we remained all quarantined. My dad ended up having to go back to work, and so just because of what we saw of the disease and how bad it is, we worry about him potentially bringing it back home, and we're worried about if either my sister or my mom get it again, like what it could do to them, or if I get it, or if I just we made the choice that he would stay in a hotel for the time being, and so my dad has not been living in our house for about a month or so. And on top of all of that, 2 weeks into quarantine, I got laid off from my job, and I've been kind of searching for the next opportunity ever since then. I've currently writing for a gaming website, on a freelance basis, and trying to take programming classes online for another career opportunity. But yeah, all hell has kind of broken loose on us, and it's we're very lucky. I will just say that we all of us are super duper lucky. We have it good compared to a lot of other people out there. It was a very scary situation, and we did not know if my sister or my mom were going to make it. We were very concerned, but luckily we didn't have any hospital stays. Even though it was really bad for both of them at times, but we were so worried about them going to the hospital that we just didn't know. We were worried that would be the last time we would see them, so yeah, heavy topic, right? It's a fun topic. So I've been kind of going through a little bit of a crisis on my own, of trying to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do with my life. And that's kind of where I'm at. And I mean, look, I'm not sitting here like, I'm not super depressed or anything like that. I'm happy about my situation. I'm happy that I have caring people in my life that are gonna do good by me, and I have a lot of great friends in my life that I know I'm gonna be fine. That, again, compared to a lot of other people out there who have a lot worse, I know that I am very privileged to be in a situation that I'm in. So, that's just that I will feel sad about it at times, but I also know it could be a lot worse for me. So, yeah. It's kind of heavy, but why am I telling you all this? It's just, I don't know, I need to get it off my chest, talk about it. It's good to talk about it. But all this content creation with the podcasts and potentially all the YouTube stuff that we were planning, and the Minecraft server, it's been keeping my mind definitely afloat, even more. It's been cheering me up, in fact, because it has been a lot of fun, even planning this stuff, let alone executing it. So I'm looking forward to the next few months and seeing how everything progresses and how everything goes, and I hope that you guys are along with me for the ride. I think it's going to be great. I think that at the end of the day, it's, life is going to throw a lot of shit at you, and it's just, you just have to hang on tight and keep making the best of it as much as you can. And again, I'm forever grateful to be where I'm at right now, even though I am, technically speaking, unemployed. So it's tough. It's a tough situation, but I hope that the energy that I would be putting into working a full-time job, I could pour into these creative projects, and that you guys can enjoy it, and life can be good on that front. So, yeah, how long this video, this episode been going? It's been going to 50 minutes. 50. I think we should call it soon. Yeah, I don't think there's really much else that I wanted to touch upon. There's so much that's up in the air regarding the Minecraft server, and of course all the podcast stuff. We'll see how what we move forward with on all those fronts. But we're all super duper excited about all the things that we're working on, and I'm very proud to be around a group of people that are so creative and so kind and use that creative energy for good. I'm just gonna say one more thing because it's relevant right now, and I just one more heavy topic to touch upon. Many of you are aware of George Floyd and what happened in Minneapolis, and I have yet to donate to the Minneapolis Freedom Fund, but I want to, and I strongly recommend that you do too. Police brutality and institutional racism is a huge problem in our country, and unless we address it head on, then there's nothing that's gonna change. So please, I'm sick and tired of being like holding my tongue on things when making these kinds of videos, and I might even be more vocal starting in like some podcasts and stuff, because I'm just so sick and tired of people being treated like shit, especially minorities and people who just no one deserves this shit. No one deserves this shit. It's unbelievable. And if you don't like that, then fuck off. I don't care. I'm at a point where I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna talk about things that really matter to me, and if you have a problem with that, then you have no reason to be following me. That's all. You guys heard the ice cream truck in the background, right? It's summer, man. Yeah, they gotta make the money while they can, right? So yeah, I'm gonna try to put the links in the description to that fund in the description if I can remember, because that's a huge fucking problem. It's a big problem, and I want to do everything that I can to support a good cause like that. The world's in a hellbasket, but man, I hope we can distract you with some good old podcasts and Minecraft gaming and other things in the future. So I'm gonna sign off here. I'm kind of just running around doing absolutely buttfuck nothing. Just gonna ride my horse. It's called a Vamoose. I might just have to jump out of the one. There you go. Perfect. So yeah, without further ado, guys, thank you all so much for listening to me for this hour. I hope it clears up anything that you guys have been curious about. There's just life has gotten in the way of me really doing a lot of videos, and specifically with a full-time job took a lot of my time out of doing any videos, and now with this stuff, now being unemployed, I have a little bit more time, and I want to make it worth your while. So yeah, with that, guys, thank you. Oh god, this is like I just started like munching on the head. That's what it looks like. My mouth is just vomiting a horse head right now. It's just what's happening. Let me give you a more oh shit, hold on. Here you go. Wait, come on. Right click. Right click. There you go. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you're here for us for the ride. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Matt, Walsh, Gabe, Kelsey, whoever is involved in these podcasts, we're all looking forward to all the fun things ahead, and I hope to see you Please, like, if you can, to support us in any way, shape, or form, rate our podcast 5 stars, comment, like our videos, please, get engaged with the community. We would love it to get to the point where we can really engage with an audience. We don't really have that right now. We don't think we have an audience is the thing, and if we do, and we're just blind to it, it'd be great if you, the audience, could comment and let us know, interact with us. We're not gonna bite. We're not bad people. I don't think we're not snobbish. We appreciate anyone that would give us feedback. So please do that. That's gonna help us a lot with creating videos in the future. Next time you see me on this channel, it'll most likely be for ChaosCraft. I don't know when that will be. Maybe it'll come tomorrow. Maybe it'll come in a week. Maybe it'll come in 3 weeks. Who knows? But it'll come eventually. Guys, thank you all so much for listening, and we'll see you soon.